Life's pretty good. You want a really good camping hack? Bring a thermos full of boiling water. Saves time, saves gas. So cool. I'm learning the quirks of this new mocha pot. First one is, don't fill the water canister up, it overflows, so that's a bit weird. But also, don't tip it too fast because it's only a very small spout and it comes out. So I've learned a few lessons since last time. It makes a good cup of coffee. Yeah, well, g'day. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm out in the Namadgi National Park. Just for a change, eh? Yeah, beautiful little spot at the out in the Orroral Valley. I actually, I came out, I'm not too far from home. I came out to test a few mods on this air swag I've been putting together, and if you want to check the video out about that, I'll put a link down below. It's still a work in progress, I reckon, and but you'll have to check in with that video to see what worked and what didn't. But yeah, so I'm out in the Orroral Valley. It's Friday afternoon, it's 20 to 5. I got out of bed, work a bit early. It's been another tough week, but I had a couple of wins this week, so I'm feeling pretty good. But I still feel the need to get out here and just, you know, shut it off for a bit, and leave other people to look after stuff, which is good. So yeah, I'll got whatever it is, 15, 16 hours of no cell reception, so no emails, no messages, no phones, and yeah, should be good. As you can hear, the ravens are cawing in the background. There's a bunch of frogs croaking down into the creek as well, and I had a bunch of chuffs in here before when I was filming before, which was pretty cool. They were looking for something to eat, but yeah, I don't feed the wildlife. But yeah, so they took off. Yeah, so like I said, it's 20 to 5. Got a fair bit of light. We're in daylight saving now, so the sun's not going down until 7:30. You know, getting close to 8, it'll be still reasonably light. There's no moon. There's like maybe 3 or 4 days left of the whatever it is, waning crescent. So it's going to be pretty dark, and it's not going to rise until probably 2 o'clock in the morning. So it's going to be dark, but not for a little while. So I'm going to go for a wander. There's this little creek wanders up here, and there's some water holes and some nice rock formations about a couple of k's up this road. So I'm going to go up this track. So I'm going to go for a wander, have a look at all that, and then come back and make some dinner. Got a steak which is marinating in some fennel and garlic, which is good. I like the concept of getting it marinated. I wrapped it up in a plastic bag with some marinade this morning when I got up. So it's had a good day of chilling, which is pretty good. And I got a little foil pack with some tomato and asparagus and some garlic in there as well. So that'll be pretty good. So looking forward to that. But before I go for a wander, I'm going to finish my coffee. You know, brewed coffee is one of the good things in the world, I tell you. Right, let's go. Crimson rosellas. Yeah, the last time I was walking down this little trail and we trod on a goanna. Scared living daylights out of me. Scared living daylights out of him too, I think. Like seriously, does it get cuter than a wallaby? Somebody left their beer behind? pretty good. Yeah, the dead tree next door still providing me with lots of leaves, which is good. I even remembered to bring a few twigs this time. Probably not as many as I thought. Yeah, it's nice and warm. It's amazing how quickly the temperature drops when the sun goes down behind that hill. Check this little dude out. So he doesn't want to be on this stick. Those frogs have been going off the whole afternoon. Yeah, last time I was in this exact spot in this campground, cooking at this exact same campfire, a little possum came down and stood right there. It was pitch black by then, so you couldn't see him on the camera. But I've got a light tonight, and hopefully he'll come down again. I suspect they're pretty tame because it is a campground, and they're probably pretty used to humans. But it was a couple of them, and they came right down. So hopefully he'll come back again tonight. Pretty cool. Possums are pretty bloody awesome. Unless you get them in your eaves in your house, because they make a lot of noise, make a lot of really horrible loud noises in the middle of the night. So not much fun if you got them camping in your house, which a lot of people in Canberra do. Not me though. I actually get a couple. They obviously they live. Wow. Raven just came flying in. Yeah, they live a couple of homes down, and I see them pretty much every night if I'm outside. They crawl along the phone lines or the broadband old broadband cables, and they walk straight past my veggie garden and go into someone else's yard. For some reason, they never come into mine, which is great. So yeah, but they can be quite a pain for some people. Yeah, well, as I mentioned, I've got a steak to cook, so I've got the griddle pan out, which is one of the best things I've ever bought for camping. So I'm going to cook up a steak, and I've got a little parcel. It's got some tomato and asparagus, and that'll cook up nicely and make kind of like a little sauce to go on top. So looking forward to this. Should be good. But I've got to get some coals going. I suspect I used this stick last time I was here to prod my fire. Perfect size. You see the raven? Awesome. I love this thing. Cost me about like $30. Cheap as chips. Can't remember where I bought it. I think I bought it at Anaconda or one of those sorts of places. But it is so heavy, and it's yeah, you got to look after it. So every time I go home, I've got to scrub it, dry it perfectly, and then oil it up so it doesn't rust or anything. But yeah, if you look after it, you got a great little way to cook steak on an open fire. It's brilliant. Let's get it warm. Pretty nice. Some people just rolling in. I was the first here. When I booked it, this was the last campground or campsite available, so I suspect it's going to be pretty busy here tonight. But I got out pretty early, so I suspect everyone will be out after work. So we're about an hour and a half, away from Canberra. So people start rolling in. I can hear a motorbike over there now. Whew. Sounds good. One thing about being south of Canberra is all the jets heading to Melbourne fly straight over the top of you. Lemons from my lemon tree. Usually full of seeds, but they're bloody good. And someone also suggested to me to put on top of the couple of layers of alfoil, to put a bit of parchment paper which is even better idea, which I did, and it's magnificent. Bit of lemon squeezed over the top. Pretty bloody good. I tell you what, I eat well on camps. Oh, asparagus is perfect. Steak's perfect too. I don't know whether you saw it. A couple of videos ago, I stayed at this campground, and we had this massive windstorm come through, and I was a little bit worried about some of these trees. None of them came down at all, but just up there, 50 metres away, there is a massive branch that's come down since then, and that was probably, I don't know, maybe 2 months ago at best, maybe 6 or 8 weeks ago. So there's a big branch there, and the week after that storm, the kids and I went for a walk up into the mountains further down the road here, and we walked out into the mountains, and we went for a hike. We came back. We sort of did a loop around this campground, so it was probably, I suspect it was about 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning. And just as we came in, there was a big tree had fallen right across the tree. It was trunk was about that big, one of these sort of sized trees, and right across the road on the other side of this campground. So that's 2 trees that have come down since that storm. So pretty full on, and we had to actually get out, and it must have only just happened because it was 11 o'clock, so some people had been here and overnight, and so the kids and I got out and moved the tree to the side, and if it's still there, I'll go and get a photo of it, but I'll take some footage of this one just up here as well. But yeah, as we came around, there were some people packing up, and I asked them how it was, and they said it was super windy. So yeah, good advertisement to take care in the wind when you're surrounded by eucalypts. They're notorious. I suspect they're like that everywhere in the world, but gum trees particularly bad. They can come down any time, even if it's not even windy. I bought this asparagus, but I do have some asparagus growing in my veggie garden. It's one of those things you've got to plant, and I planted them about, the rhizome thing, maybe 6 or 7 years ago. And the idea is you just let them go to fern. You don't harvest them for 5 years. And then, they go to fern and then they die off, and then you get a good crop coming through. And I planted about 5 or 6 rhizomes, which is usually enough for a family, but still to this day I get one asparagus coming up randomly every now and then. So it's never enough to eat yet. So I'm still waiting for that bloody crop of asparagus. It's like the longest process in the world. But it'd be good when it happens because I like asparagus. Much left. I tell you, it's not much better than a steak on an open fire. Someone else just wandered through. This is by far the best little camp spot. There's about 5 or 6 around the edge of this big loop, and this is the best one, right down near the creek. Nice big space, and you're miles away from everyone. So everyone does a loop, hoping this one's free. Not today. Yeah, life's good. Yeah, this is super pleasant. I'm going to clean up for a little bit and put this fire out, make sure it's totally out. I'll get some water from the creek. I bought a really big water reservoir thing, like a big water jerry can thing. Holds 12 litres of water, which will be handy as we head into summer. I used to have like a 3 litre bottle that I bought from somewhere or other, I can't remember, probably Kmart or something like that, and it usually sufficed along with this thing, just for an overnight. But it got a crack in it. It bounced around in the back of my car all the time, and it got a crack in it, and I filled it with water once and came out here and managed to fill my back little toolbox thing on my ute full of water. So yeah, that was no good. So I bought a proper jerry can. So hopefully that'll give me some good use. But yeah, it's a bit heavy to carry. It's 12 kilograms, so I'll leave it in the ute and I'll just go and top this up when I need it. So that's the plan. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna make sure this is out, like I said, and tidy up and get myself settled in. Sun's slowly on its way down. What's the time? It's 6:30. So I've got probably another, I don't know, hour of light or something like that. So I might read my book and just chill out for a bit and soak in the ambience of this beautiful little stream. Yeah. Okay, I'll check in a little while. Gang. Two of them. It's the ACT state bird. Pretty cool. Make a good squawk. It's actually getting pretty cold. I'm going to go and get a beanie on and maybe some warmer clothes. It's starting to really drop. Like I said, it's going to get down to, I think like at Farwell was supposed to get to 0 or 1 overnight, and we're a bit further south and we'd be a bit up more in the hills here. So could drop below 0 tonight. So yeah, certainly starting to feel it as the sun's getting lower and lower in the sky, and I'm just sitting here not moving. So I'm going to go and get some warmer clothes on and maybe make a cup of tea and let the sun go down around me and maybe pile into the swag and watch a movie or something, or read some more of my book. But yeah, first things, I'm going to get warm, get a cup of tea. It's pretty pleasant sitting here reading a book near the river though. Another great hack, if you didn't already know, get your little dingle dangle and hang it, tie it a couple of times around your around the handle of your cup. Your tea bag won't fall into your tea when you pour the water in. Yeah, well, made a cup of tea. Sun's well on its way down now. These cameras do a pretty good job of pretending it's light, but it's getting very, very dull. Don't know what that is. Might be a triller actually. Sounds like he's trilling. But yeah, the birds are settling in. But yeah, made a cup of tea. Going to let the sun go down completely and might finish this chapter of this book. I'm still reading Inferno. He's been in Florence the whole time. I'm about halfway through. He's been in Florence so far. I'm a very slow reader. But he's on his way to Venice. So yeah, it's kind of good, watching or reading about all these places that I went to. He did go to one spot or into a building we went to, but we didn't go inside. And I'm really kind of annoyed now. I feel like I need to go back and check it out because it's pretty cool. But yeah, anyway, so I'll continue to read my book and knock that chapter off, and then I might hunker down inside the swag and watch a movie. I went for a bit of a walk straight after dinner before I started reading, and most of the campsites are full, which is pretty good. This is by far the best one. It's the most secluded and it's the biggest, and it's also right on the little stream, so I know everyone's come down and had a look, like I said. The only downside is there's not many trees. There's a tree there and there's another tree over there. It's about, I don't know, 10, 15 metres away. So my ridgeline doesn't reach, so I have to... So I had to tie a reef knot in it and put another. I've got two ridge lines which I carry with me all the time, so I had to use the second one to reach that tree. But yeah, I knew that from last time I was here. But yeah, it's handy to have a spare always, so you didn't have to go without a tarp, because I suspect I'm going to need it. Yeah, I turned the light on because I want to talk a bit about this swag. Like, this is huge. This is a monster compared to the other swag I got. The other swag you kind of scrunch down a bit. This one, I've got a good couple of inches above my head, even though I've got this enormous big air pole across the top. The taking that big mattress, which is 170mm, out makes a big difference. I feel like I'm in a massive cavern here, which is good. Plenty of room to sit up. Feel very luxurious, even if the new mattress isn't quite as thick. But yeah, it's a good bit of gear. Really like it. I love the look of it. I love the black swag, and yeah, I'm a big fan of orange and black. So yeah, they struck a nerve there, which is pretty good. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, like I said, the mods I did, or the modifications I did, are in another video. But yeah, quickly just running through, I've basically just replaced the mattress so I can have it all in one bit of gear. So I'm going to alternate between these my two swags now, and try and settle into a bit of a routine with this one as well. It's got its own purpose. It's a bit different, bit more room, but not as wide. So it's only 900 wide, so not as much space in here. So each different campsite I go to will be with a different swag for different reasons. Yeah, so quiet, except for the birds and the frogs croaking. It's dead silent. There's no wind. It's beautiful. So yeah, I'm going to finish my cup of tea. I'm going to finish my chapter, and then I'm going to watch a movie and drift off to sleep. So yeah, I'll see you in the morning.
In the quiet of the morning, as the sun begins to rise.
Yeah, well, good morning. It's bloody cold. It's -3. And my fingers are cold, my face is cold, my toes are cold. Yeah, I really didn't expect it to get down that low. This eiderdown's not too bad. -3's cold, so I slept okay, but yeah, could have done with another layer, maybe a blanket or something. Anyway, it is what it is. Nice morning. I've been lying here for an hour or so. Oh, maybe not that long. 20 minutes. There's some chuffs just wandering around. One might even come into the picture here in a minute. But yeah, let's see if I can get him to come over. Not interested. He's only interested in food. Yeah, beautiful morning, despite it being so bloody cold. I might get up and knock myself up a coffee and try and warm up from the inside. So yeah, whew. Wasn't expecting this. That's good. Bunch of ravens. Yeah, I don't really have much of a plan for today. So I might, it's still cold and freezing still. So I might just skulk in the swag for a little while and read. Let the sun come up and warm the hills a little bit and take add a few degrees into the day. So it's not going to be too cold on my fingers when I pack up. So yeah, that might be the plan. But I'm going to finish my coffee first and enjoy these birds while they do their thing. Yeah, well, I read my book for a while. Sun actually got up above the hills and started to warm the place up a little bit. Still pretty cold, but I've packed up and I've got just one more tarp to clean up, and then I'm going to head home. So yeah, thanks for joining me out in beautiful Ngunnawal country. Hope you enjoyed this little quick overnight camp, and until next time, stay safe.